Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Lauren Ferguelli and I'm a registered dietitian from here in Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm the owner of Planting Roots Nutrition, where I provide nutrition counseling services as well as meal planning support and virtual cooking classes. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite recipes. It's super simple and just one of my go-tos when I'm feeling super busy and pressed for time. And it is a massaged kale salad with a creamy vegan dressing using some local ingredients that you can find here in Asheville, North Carolina. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is put together the dressing. The feature of this vegan creamy dressing is their vegan cheese. I'm using their roasted garlic brie. They have a few other seasonal flavors out right now that you could use as well, but I find the garlic is just kind of a good neutral flavor to add to the dressing. So with the brie, you're gonna wanna let it sit out of the fridge for just a little bit, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes at most, to let it soften up so that when you are blending the dressing together, it'll blend a lot easier. And if you don't have any blender or food processor, the longer you let it sit out, the softer it'll be, so then you can just easily whisk it up as well. So you're gonna want 3 tablespoons of the dairy vegan cheese, which I've already added to my food processor here. And then next you will want juice from half of a lemon, and you're gonna be using the other half with the massaged kale, so you'll be able to use the whole thing. And then next, you'll just want some salt and pepper to taste. If you like things really salty, you know, just taste it as you go and add more as you feel necessary. And then we're gonna use some extra virgin olive oil. I recommend using extra virgin olive oil for dressings or sauces or things that aren't going to be heated up, because this type of oil does have a lower smoke point compared to others such as avocado oil or grapeseed oil. Those are going to be better oils for cooking, whereas extra virgin olive oil, a good quality, is going to bring a lot of flavor and shouldn't be heated up. So just keep that in mind when you're using various oils. So again, about 2 tablespoons here. And then a tablespoon of water. Get that. All right, and then just 1 clove of garlic. If you are a super garlic lover, you can add more. If you don't use fresh garlic and you have like minced garlic in a jar that you keep in the fridge, it would be about 1/4 of a teaspoon to 1/2 of a teaspoon. So just pop that in, and then I'm also adding shallots in here. This isn't totally necessary, it is optional, but I do find that it just brings a lot more depth of flavor to the dressing. And I felt like without the shallots, there was something missing, and this was definitely the missing piece. So with the shallots, just a small onion here. Mince it up really small, and then toss it in a pan with about 1 teaspoon of a high heat oil at low to medium heat. You don't want it to be really hot because it's just going to burn the shallots when they're minced so small. So have it on low to medium heat and just let them saute for just a few minutes. Once you start them to brown, take them off, and then you can add them into your dressing. All right, so that is everything. I'm going to blend this up and it'll be ready, and then we'll move on to the kale. All right, so the dressing is ready, as you can see here. So next we just want to massage the kale. The first thing you always want to do with your greens is wash them, which I've already done here. And then we need to destem them. So if you've never done it before, it's super easy. You just need to pinch the tip of the stem here, and then you can kind of pull your fingers closely down along the stem and pull it right off. and continue to do that with the rest of your kale. And then from there, you can just use your hands to pull apart into smaller pieces, or you can chop it up. All right, so all of the kale is destemmed. It is ready to go in this bowl. As you can see, just one bunch of kale gets you quite a bit. So now we're gonna massage the kale with some lemon juice and some sort of vinegar. I'm using a white balsamic vinegar here just because it's a little bit sweeter than using like a white wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar, but feel free to use whatever you prefer. So we're using this other half of lemon. And if you don't have these citrus juicers, they're super handy to have in the kitchen. And just a little bit, drizzle just a little bit of vinegar on top. You don't need a ton of liquids for this. You can always add more, so keep that in mind. You don't want to add too much. The point of this massaging part is because kale is super fibrous. And so by massaging some sort of liquid, or you can also use oils as well into the kale, it just really helps kind of break down the fibers and make it a little bit more easier for you to chew and digest, and of course makes it more flavorful. So there are oils and healthy fats in the dressing, which is why I'm not adding oils onto the kale right now. But if you're just wanting to keep a simple like oil and vinegar dressing for the kale salad, you can absolutely add some oil while doing this process. You can also add salt and pepper or garlic powder to add a little bit more flavor as well. So you're gonna wanna massage this for about 1 to 2 minutes or so. And if you feel like you don't have enough liquid, you can add more lemon juice or vinegar if you'd like. And it is going to decrease the volume a little bit of the kale. So just keep that in mind. But this is the massaging part, super important. So the basics of the massaged kale salad are all ready. We've got the dressing and massaged kale done. And now from here, it's for you to be creative and add whatever you would like into the salad. You can keep it as simple as this. I like to add a few extra veggies and other things on top just to add some more flavor and nutrients. So first will be shredded carrots. Carrots are definitely in season right now. You'll be able to find these from a variety of farms. And I like doing shredded carrots because then you get a carrot in every bite when it mixes up with all the kale. You can also add some sort of nuts or seeds. So I have sunflower seeds here, and this is gonna add some healthy fats. And this is really important when it comes to salads and just eating vegetables in general, because we have our fat-soluble vitamins, which are vitamins A, D, E, and K. And our dark leafy greens are really high in vitamin K, and carrots here are really high in vitamin A. And being fat soluble, they need fat to be transported through our body. They need fat to be able to be absorbed. And so if we eat these foods without any sort of fat, then we're not going to be able to absorb as much. So our fat sources, we are going to get some fat from our dressing, from the oil and from the vegan cheese. But nuts and seeds, avocado, olives, those are all going to be really good, healthy sources of fats that are going to, bring their own nutrient benefit to the meal, but also help in absorbing and transporting some of those other nutrients that we find in the vegetables. So always keep that in mind. I know for so long we've lived in this culture of trying to have low-fat everything, and it's actually really important to make sure that we get fats in all of our meals. From here, you can also add some apples. I know we can get local apples as well, just to add some crunch and sweetness. But yeah, so this is a salad, you can see here. So I'm just going to show you the final product. Add this to my bowl. You can also add proteins in here as well if you want a quick protein like chicken sausage, or I love to just do some hard-boiled eggs or poached eggs to add on top as well for a good source of protein. Drizzle a little bit of dressing on top. And there you have it. Super simple meal for lunch, dinner, even breakfast if you want. that you can make with some local products. I hope you enjoy. Thanks y'all for tuning in. So some of the local products and farms that were featured today were, of course, Dare Vegan Cheese, the kale from Olivet Farm, the carrots came from 10 Mile Farm, and the apple featured here is Creasman Farm as well. And just a huge thanks to all of the ASAP Farmers Market vendors for showing up weekly and giving us the opportunity to support local agriculture.